living in Nebraska, nothing really happens. Life's kind of slow, and then it's just kind of crazy to think about that sex trafficking can be happening all around you in a community like Lincoln.
I've Got a Name is a local nonprofit that fights sex trafficking, and our mission is to reach any woman or young girl that's vulnerable to being trafficked or has been trafficked, is that we try to reach them and try to build a trusting relationship with them. How we help them is we meet them where they're at, whether they're coming out of the jail or they've just gotten out of a horrific relationship. And we sit down and we take time on a regular basis to start building trust. And so we have an outreach team that's an outreach director and an outreach specialist, and their job is to slowly mend their hearts and to build trust with each and every one of the women. And so that's how we progress and bring them to a point where we can consider them a survivor.
Sex trafficking is a real issue, and it's something that's not really talked a whole lot about. So to be able to stand together and in support of building awareness and ending it in Nebraska really means a lot to us.
This event really reflects the values that we have as a chapter, because one of the parts of being an ATO is you're a gentleman. There's nothing more gentlemanly than you can do than standing up for girls that don't have a voice. And so I think that this event really hones in on that value, that we're bringing attention to something that's so hard to talk about. Being a group of guys, you know, like some people might not take it seriously, but I think that we've done a really good job of supporting this event in this community.
You know, the biggest impact we've seen from community partnerships of this nature are really just raising the awareness for the younger generation. And so to have the courageous men in your organization say something about this, raise awareness about this, post this on their stories, talk about it, it's just really bringing this to the higher level of attention for people in that demographic.
This organization is important to me personally because not only has my father been such a big part of it, but I've been able to witness and hear testimonies, and I think it doesn't really hit you until you hear those stories from people who've been in those positions.
I remember last year when the speakers went up there, and one of them was a Nebraska volleyball player, and she just started like crying because of how she thought it was so cool that however many guys came out and walked with them and supported them.
I've Got a Name is so grateful for the partnership that we have with ATO. They've done this in the past, and they've made this Awareness Week a part of our walk with freedom that happens in every April. So to see these young men step up this week and to really get out there and raise awareness for I've Got a Name and to expose that sex trafficking is happening, it's a great partnership.